Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. The light is glowing red. Record numbers of liquidations, margin calls, people being wiped out. We're going to cover why, what's going on, how you can avoid this, and straight after this, we have a star guest who is getting into crypto, and you want to hear from her. A very successful lady. More and more ladies are getting into crypto than ever before, but they are buying very differently to the majority of the guys. That's coming up at 3 p.m. today, a star guest live on my show, an hour and 10 minutes. You cannot miss that. This is the event straight after this with what we're doing now. Star guest on the day of record liquidations. I'll be telling you more about that later on in this live stream, but you don't want to miss that. That is in 17 minutes from now. Star guest, why more ladies are getting into crypto, just as all the guys are losing all their money. So what are we talking about today? We have got record numbers of liquidations. What am I doing about this? How am I navigating this? We're going to cover all of this on the live stream, and then our special star guest will be right up next. Please do tap the like button. I'm making this live. All my videos are recorded live, unedited, unscripted, and done real. Please consider subscribing to our channel and very much appreciate it. We're going to go for all the information you need on a day that has record number of liquidations. Bitcoin down nearly 4%. Ethereum down 4.31%. And XRP, one of our favorite coins, was down over 7% in just the last few hours. It fell off a cliff, and we have record numbers of liquidations. Consider subscribing to our channel. We're now at 96,322. We have a big party planned for 100,000 subscribers. 0.8% of all channels in the world are over 100,000 subscribers. And how many of those did it by going live? Hardly any. What we're about to achieve will be historic. So let me share with you the numbers and break it down, and also give you some information that was incorrect from this morning's show. One of our guests, Saab, was on the show. We had some information, and I did some research, deep research, spoke to people at the projects, and I found out some information that will shock you. That's coming up in today's very short live stream. So first of all, I'll share you how it actually looks. Liquidations today, record number of liquidations. In the last hour, 10 million liquidated from Ethereum. 10 million in the last hour. Longs, 9 million, and shorts, 909,000, because things are going back up again now, of course. In the last 4 hours, look at this. In Ethereum alone, 56 million was liquidated. 49 million were longs. I'll zoom in a bit clearer if that makes it easier for you. And 7 million were short. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Ethereum is one of the worst. Obviously, we've been talking about Ethereum. Where's that? Why? There we go. There we go. I just float over it. I just realized that. All right. Bitcoin liquidations, 19 million. Longs were 18 million and shorts 526,000. So a lot of people have lost a lot of money over the last couple of hours. All right. It's been a scary, scary time for many, many people. We haven't got any shorts here. I never short the market, and I've lost no money. And in fact, I'm buying more of all of these right now. As you're losing your money, it's a sad thing to say, but when one person loses, there's somebody else just waiting to pick it up. Let me give you more of the details about it, and as we prepare for our special star guest, and why ladies are now coming into the space in record numbers. And we have a star guest who's getting into crypto in an hour from now, live on this show. You don't want to miss that, all right? So let me bring you some more details. And then I will also tell you about some information that was incorrect in today's show. So XRP liquidations, we are going to focus on that right now because the majority of our audience are invested in XRP. So we want to focus on this and what I've been doing and how I'm navigating this and how I'm not concerned about it at all. But I am very upset that many of you were buying into the pump. That is tragic, and I'm really terribly upset about people doing that. I do everything I can to encourage you not to buy like that. Anyway, XRP liquidations, August the 14th today, estimated liquidation activity. Aggregated data from Coinalyze indicates 29.1 million in total XRP liquidations over the past 24 hours. Of that amount, approximately 26.1 million came from long positions, while only 3 million were from short positions. What does this mean? This means people are buying into the euphoria stage. The biggest mistake you could make. It can keep on going up forever. We love it. All these things are of no consequence, mean absolutely nothing. Emotions and sentiments and beliefs and people on YouTube telling you it's going to go up forever. All rubbish, all nonsense. We do our very best to put people off from doing that. The broader crypto market context, a global snapshot from a few hours ago reports roughly 293 million in total cryptocurrency liquidations, with significant pressure on bullish positions in both Ethereum and XRP. On August the 4th, specifically, heightened volatility due to unfavorable US inflation data triggered a surge in liquidations as XRP dropped, testing crucial support around the $3 level. Now, we are getting support here. As you all know, this is where I entered. I'm fine with this. I'm about to buy some more. A lot more. You know, I want $100,000 in crypto, but I never buy on the pumps. I don't necessarily buy on the drops either. I buy when the macro conditions suggest to me that it's undervalued. Very few people focus on value with crypto because it's very hard to actually value crypto. You can now value Ethereum. One of those rare coins you can value. By my learnings about who's using it, how we're going to use it on the New York Stock Exchange, I'm focused on buying a lot of Ethereum. And I've done that, and I'll share with you my positions in a few moments. So what does all this mean? It means people are once again using crypto as an emotional play, doing it completely wrong, and there's nothing we can do to stop you. We keep trying, but people just don't listen. What this means, long positions, those betting on price increases. You should never use options. You should never use leverage on crypto. That's our message every day, all day, every day. Even Sensei himself uses a bit of leverage. He likes to do that on crypto because that's okay. He understands the market and he likes to take some very high risks. I don't. I only buy on value, and I only buy when the macro condition suggests it's undervalued, and I only use margin on those levels. And I certainly don't do multiples. I use margin, which is 1 for 1. I don't double up and triple up and quadruple up and 10x and 100x. I don't do any of that. And of course, I can use margin on crypto now because I've built a safe foundation of the S&P, and still 80% plus is in the S&P for me. So long positions, those betting on price increases, were predominantly impacted, totaling over 26 million in forced exits. Talking about XRP right now, which is what we're focusing on this show, because our biggest audience and most people are losing money, so we want to focus on that. Short positions, that's the bet on price declines, experience significantly less liquidations, around 3 million. The liquidation pressure is largely tied to macroeconomic shifts, namely rising inflation expectations and technical levels. XRP's dip towards $3 triggered a wave of stop losses and forced disclosures. I've no idea why people use stop losses. It's the worst strategy in the world. You're relying on everybody else's trades. You're not relying on your own research. You're putting stop losses saying, if it goes down, sell at a loss or protect me. But why would you do that? Because the moment it sells, it bounces back. And if you're using margin on these levels, you get no money. You got nothing to come back with. You should know what you own. And if you don't know what you own, why did you buy it in the first place? I never stop. I never have limit orders. Stop losses are the worst thing. Remember, the only people who win on a stop loss is the brokerage, because you just traded again. And not only did you lose money, they took all your money. Only use stop losses if you don't know what you're buying. But if you don't know what you're buying, why are you buying it in the first place? I mean, this is such a simple game, but people make the same mistakes over and over again. So I'll read that to you again. I really want that to sink in. The liquidation pressure is largely tied to macroeconomic shifts. We knew it was going to be bad today. However, you can't control that. You can control, though, what you do, namely rising inflation expectations and technical levels. XRP's dip towards $3 triggered a wave of stop losses. And from $3, it bounced. So all of you who are using a chart thinking everyone's going to sell at this level and everyone's going to buy at this level, you all lost money because you're all using the same chart that everybody else is using. You're not focusing on what you actually own. You're just all jumping in together going, we're all looking at the same chart. Why would you look at the same chart as everybody else doing the same thing? How absolutely bloody stupidly ridiculous is that? It's like being a general in a battle or a war and sharing your battle plan with everybody else. Now everybody knows what you're going to do. What's the point of that? Don't use stop losses unless you don't know what you don't own. And if you don't know what you don't own, why the hell do you own it? I can't say these things enough. So while centralized data suggests heightened activity, real-time numbers may vary slightly depending on exchange and platform liquidity data. Okay, so what are we going to learn from this? Once again, people are buying what they don't understand. Today was a perfect example of that. Live on my show today, a very valued member of my show told me that Michael Saylor is able, with strategy, to buy Bitcoin at a discounted price. Over the counter, discounted price. There's no such thing. I allowed him to say that. I, on the show, said, I can't see how that's possible, but I will do research. But I respect your thoughts on that. However, since then, I got on the phone, spoke to a few people, and I found out that nobody, no matter where you go, can actually buy Bitcoin or any crypto or any stock at a discount. And this is a guy with a lot invested. This is Saab, a lot invested in crypto. It's wrong. It's incorrect. A lot of people who are in the crypto space have bad information. It's not their fault. The information out there is mainly false. This is false information. You cannot get a discount. What you can do is MicroStrategy do is they have all these very complex strategies of borrowing money, convertible notes, this and that and the other. It's very complicated stuff. This is not for the regular retail investor. Very, very complex. And they can borrow money against things and leverage up and blah, blah, blah. And they can get very good, favorable rates to borrow money, but not get a discount on the actual asset itself. This is one of our serious investors who has a lot invested in XRP and Bitcoin, saying that Michael Saylor can buy a discount on Bitcoin. You can't. Nobody can. The price is the price, and everyone pays the same price as everyone else. You might be able to borrow money and get a better deal on your margin or your leverage, but you cannot do that. So, a lot of information out there. A lot of people not getting the right information. Now, in a minute, I have a star guest on my show. How it is to be done. I'm going to share this with you. This is what's coming up next. A very successful lady who has lots of opportunity to buy. One of our female guests on the show. It's the first female guest I've ever had on the show. On a day of record liquidations, I want to bring this guest onto the show because this is how to invest into crypto. More ladies are now getting into crypto than ever before, but they're doing it very differently. They're not the bros. They're not the guys sitting around in the basements at the mum's house making up stories, getting things wrong. These are the foundations of our family. Without the ladies, of course, we have no stability in the home. And this is where you're going to learn a lot about how to invest. And this is our star guest today, live on the show in 55 minutes, talking crypto, talking Bitcoin, talking XRP, talking the ladies investing. I know from my own experience that my home in here, my life in America is propped up and supported by my wife. Most people in crypto, guys, bros in their bedrooms, God knows what else, all the rest of it. 1% of most crypto channels are female. On our channel, it's 13%, the highest of any crypto a channel that covers crypto in the world. We're very proud of that, and we're very proud to have real investors who understand the stability of the female investor. And it's important. So we're going to celebrate that today with a star guest live on my show in just 55 minutes. See how the ladies do it. I love it. And you're going to learn a lot. And be humble. And don't think you know everything, because you certainly don't. So XRP today is selling off. What am I doing? I'm buying more. Ethereum is selling off. What am I doing? Buying more. Bitcoin selling off. What am I doing? Buying more. Am I getting liquidated? No. Remember I said on the show that I would end up owning more crypto than most of you combined, and I'm the old boy that buys the S&P 500. Most of the ladies, our star guest, will end up owning more crypto than most of the bros and the baseball cap wearing backwards people, because they won't lose their money. They won't over leverage. They'll buy more responsibly. They'll understand what's actually going on. They won't get overexcited. They won't make up nonsense. Yeah, I'm sure some will. But we're going to learn how the females and the ladies look at investing in a moment on my star guest interview. Do join me for that. So today's been a tragic day. There are many people here today who have lost all their money. They used the wrong strategy at the worst time. Stop orders. Protecting their account, they would say. Oh, yeah. The only winner was the brokerage. You got wiped out just as the market then rebounded. You didn't protect yourself. You gave your money to the brokerage. You gave your money, sorry to say, to people like me. And you also gave your money to people like my next guest joining in the show. Talking of ladies, we've got a lady guest in the show right now. This is a sell-off fire sale. The Getsy, how good afternoon to you. Welcome to you. More ladies, please. More exit liquidity for me. Not quite sure what you mean by that. But anyway, ladies of crypto, I love it. Yes, we're about to hear from one star guest in a few moments. I love blood on the street, says NetOXRP. I'm just sharing a few comments here. It's a sale. It is, but it isn't. It depends how you're buying it. Now, if you're using stop orders, it's because you don't know what you own. Now, remember, guys, let's be absolutely explicit here. There'd be no confusion. I share everything with you. I share with you my bank account. You know I've got $10 in my bank account. You know I've got £10 in my Lloyd's account in England. That's it. All my money's invested here. I started with $5,000. I've now got $230 in my brokerage account. In my crypto, just in my crypto account, I've got 28. But I've also got my Roth IRA position with crypto. I've also got my ETFs with crypto. I've got over $60,000 with crypto, and I was only in it 1 month ago. So I've made some very, very quick gains and positions there. My overall portfolio is $274,000. It's already started to go up again. $274,000. No options, no shorts, no liquidations, but plenty of margin. There's the margin. Oh, I use margin, all right. I have no problem with using margin. Very happy to use margin. At the right time, in the right way. But guess what, folks? With all that money invested, so what's that, 322 plus the Roth IRA, 360, nearly $363,000, over $333,000. How much and how many positions do I have stop orders on? Zero. Not one single share, not one single coin of Bitcoin, not one single share of anything do I have a stop loss on. None. Because you don't know where the bottom is. And if it goes down, I'm damn sure I don't want to sell and get tripped out. What a silly strategy that is. The only winner will be Robinhood, as they get more money when I trade. Every time I trade, Robinhood get money. I'm not doing that. I know what I own. I know how to manage my margin. When it goes down, I'll buy more. I don't have to sell, and then I'll sell on the way up again using my tax lots. The S&P hasn't gone low enough for me to buy any more today. Not because I haven't got the money. I've got plenty of money. But I'm not buying it because there's no point buying it yet. We haven't experienced the carry trade yet. That could be around the corner at any moment. There's a 20% crash there. We haven't had the bull market yet for crypto. We're still in the we haven't had the bear market. We're still in the bull market. When we get that, we're going down 50%. XRP could go down to $2. So, I'm not going to be buying every single 0.5% discount here, there, and everywhere. Anyway, so there we go. There was the day that we have record liquidations. Many people lost money, and we don't want that. There's no reason for it. And if you want to avoid it, and you want to learn and understand the way the ladies think, and you do, even though you think you don't, join me in 50 minutes' time for a star guest. Very successful lady here entering the crypto space. And she's buying up all the crypto that all of you guys are losing. Join us for a special, unedited, as always, unscripted, live interview in just 50 minutes. Learn more about everything, the way investing should work. We're going to have a great conversation. She's going to ask questions from me. She's going to challenge me. I'm going to ask questions of her. I'm going to challenge her. And together, we're going to learn. And hopefully all of my viewing audience will learn as well. Today was a day that most people will never get back in XRP or Bitcoin because they were wiped out. You will hear today on YouTube channels everybody telling you how amazing it was today because they have a voice. I have a voice. I have nearly 100,000 people following me. I rank #1 for most stocks and crypto I cover. I have a voice. But I'm not here to tell you today how great it is and how everyone's going to get rich in 5 minutes. I'm trying to help people, protect people. Okay? Now, the people that lost their money today have no voice. So you'll only hear on YouTube how great it all is and how rich we're all going to get. You don't hear of the people that lost their money. Why? They're in my chat right now. They haven't got a YouTube channel. They've got nobody listening to them, being able to tell you how I made all these mistakes and how it all went wrong. So there we go. Don't pay attention to what you read online. Don't pay attention to me. Do your own research. I will share with you every experience I have. I will share with you every relationship that I have with real investors, star guest today included. All live, unedited, unscripted. You will see my success. 46 trades, 45 wins, only ever lost once to show you how not to do it. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. If you've lost all your money today, you can start again. I lost $60,000. I started all over again. We've all made mistakes. Everybody loses, but you have to learn from the mistakes. And if you don't, you will continue to lose money. We've got 451 people watching. Could everyone tap the like button, please, as I wrap this up, as we get ready for our star event of the day, our main highlight of the day, our star guest, how to invest, how not to invest in crypto with our first female star guest on the show. Could you all please tap the like button? We've got 68 likes and there is 446 people watching. It would mean a lot to me if we could do that. And if you'd like to subscribe as well, please do. That would be great. On the next show, I'll also give you the chance to win $1,000 of XRP. We're giving away money because we make money. We don't sell training programs. We give our training programs away for free. We're going to give away $1,000 for free. Join me on the next show in 45 minutes, a live interview with our star guest, and I'll tell you how you can win $1,000 for free, very, very easily. No purchase necessary. I'm going to give away my own money. Got more XRP to give away again now, haven't I? Keep buying more. Anyway, the markets are bouncing back now, but many are out of the game, and they'll be out of the game forever. So I'm going to wrap this up. Here is my next event. I'll be live right here in 45 minutes from now. I hope you join me. It's going to be a great show. I'm hoping that we'll have lots of ladies join us who want to be part of this event, and I hope that many of the guys will enjoy it too. How did they lose their money? Said Just Me Aloha. One of our lady guests here said, how did they lose money? What do you mean, how did they lose money? If you were doing leverage and you were doing longs, you were betting that the market was going to go up. And what basically happened was, Just Me Aloha, is that your real name? Is when the market went down, their position went against them and they got wiped out. Because when you use leverage, margin, whatever you do, or you do options, you are betting, you are gambling. It's why I never do it. I simply buy XRP or Bitcoin and I own it. I don't have an option on it. I'm not guessing if it's going up. I'm not guessing on it's going down. I'll explain more of this in our live stream next. But they lost money, basically, Just Me Aloha, because they borrowed, they over leveraged, and they made a prediction of the market going one way or the other, forever going up or forever going down, and they got wiped out. There you go. Someone has just mentioned here about dollar cost averaging. It's the worst strategy in the world. And I can prove it to you with science and maths. It's the worst strategy. Even Warren Buffett, when he talks about dollar cost averaging, goes on to explain in far more detail about buying with conviction when it's undervalued. He doesn't say just buy every single week, every single month, regardless, unless you are a passive investor. It's just a way of staying invested. It's not the best strategy. Warren Buffett doesn't do that. I don't do that. And I can explain that on the next live stream as well. If you join me, that'll be part of our discussion today with my star guest. You will say over time that you are a winner and you've gone up, and look at me with my dollar cost averaging, not because you dollar cost averaged, because the market mechanics made the market go up. Nothing to do with you. And you went up because the market went up, not because of dollar cost averaging. And I've proved that to you when I went all in with $500,000 at the bottom of the V-shaped recovery with Liberation Day. I didn't dollar cost average into it. I bought all in at the bottom. The rest is history. Selling makes money also. What do you mean selling makes money? When people buy and sell, it makes the brokerage money, not necessarily you. Here we go. One of our lady investors. I always hit the like button. Love you, Martin. Thank you. Love you too, Shauna. Thank you for being one of our 13% of our audience. You will love the next show as we have a star guest who knows how to invest, and I can't wait to have her on the show. Another lady. I wonder who she is. Namisha. Another one of our ladies. We have Margin, Vanessa Davis Griggs, another one of our celebrated lady investors. Yes, Margin, over leverage. How do you lose money? Too much in a bank CD. How do you lose money? Too much in a bank CD. I don't understand that question. I'm sorry, I just don't understand that question. All right, okay. Good job. I was watching the show. It saved me. Great. I'm glad we were able to help you in some way. Okay, let's let's end this live stream and let me get prepared for my star guest. In just a couple of moments' time, record liquidations and how ladies are doing it in the very opposite way to how the guys are doing it. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate this. I hope you all enjoyed it, and you will enjoy this next stream. It's going to be great. I will now give you the link to it here in the chat. There you go. It's also pinned to the top. Let me end the poll. Did you get liquidated today? 20% of you did. I'm sorry. I'm glad, though, that 81% didn't, and I hope that I'm part of that. I hope that I'm constantly trying to help people doing the right thing. Great. 81% of you didn't. Most of you that would have watched one of those silly crypto channels with those bros in their baseball caps go on forever, make money left, right, and center. You probably all lost your money. This is why our channel is growing so quickly, and 98% of our live viewers are members. Higher than any channel in the world. More than Mr. Beast. Over 2,000 of your members. I mean, it's ridiculous. Thank you very much. Let me end the poll. Let me wrap this up. I'll see you back in 40 minutes' time for a very special event. You definitely kept me from getting liquidated. There's another one. Another lady in the chat, 1970, A. Buckley. You definitely kept me from being liquidated. There's another one. It goes on and on and on. This is the simplest thing in the world, folks. It's easy to make money. Easy. The hard part is to keep it. Today, you heard on the show, one of our top members tell me that Bitcoin could be bought on a discount by Michael Saylor. I got on the phone, made some phone calls, and confirmed, no, it can't. People make mistakes all the time. My job is to help people and bring you the facts. Right. Join me in 40 minutes time for our star guest lady interview, talking crypto and investing in a way you've never had before, never seen before, something I think you're really going to enjoy. If you watch this later, there'll be a link here. Thank you much indeed. Click above my head, down below in the description. Over here and over here, I'll put the event where we're going to be live, and down here, I'll put something that'll be of interest to you. That's it from me. See you back in just 35 minutes from now. Star guest talking XRP and Bitcoin and how to invest the right way. Join me. Take care of yourselves and each other.